Hey friends, I wondered if any of you have been following the Bricks and Minifigs saga. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Bricks and Minifigs is a Lego resale store for collectors. Bricks refers to the Lego bricks, Minifigs the miniature figurines that comes with the sets. Those stores are owned by one corporation, Bricks and Minifigs Corporation, headquartered out of Utah, owned by some gentlemen from the Latter-day Saints Church. That's important because this story is wild. It starts out with Lego drama. It ends up in police conspiracies and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, the corporation is owned by these men in Utah, and they sell franchises to different store owner locations. So each store is an independently owned franchise of Bricks and Minifigs. They market themselves as your local friendly location to get top dollar for your vintage Legos. Now, I'm not going to recap the entire saga. Instead, I will link the Wikipedia page in the description that goes over everything. And I'll also link the original video about it from Reckless Ben. Reckless Ben is a YouTuber who has a big part to play in this. But just for the brief gist, so you'll know what I'm talking about here, a father and son collected Star Wars Lego sets, vintage Star Wars Lego sets, for several years and built a massive collection. They took it to their local Bricks and Minifigs and contracted with them for that franchise location to sell the collection. Things went wildly south whenever that franchise owner of that location ended up wanting to sell the franchise. It was taken back over by Bricks and Minifigs and sold to someone else. This someone else apparently received the collection but didn't want to honor the consignment contract. Now, there are a million disputes about how this is interpreted. I've been watching all the videos and the drama on it for like the last couple of weeks, just engrossed because like I said, I'm not really into Legos that much myself, but I am into seeing injustice righted. I am into dramas that play out with crap tons of unexpected layers, and this definitely has that. So, like I said, I'm not going to try and recap the entire situation or dive into the legal analysis and stuff that I don't have the knowledge and I'm not qualified to do. But one part that keeps really, really bugging me, because even though I'm not a Lego collector, I am a collector. I like antiques and vintage niche things, rare books, all kinds of random stuff that I enjoy collecting. Uranium glass, and I like collecting rare plants, random plants, and stuff like that. And it annoys me to see collector passion taken advantage of. And it doesn't matter if I am a person who shares the same passion for collecting the same thing or not. So, if you've watched any of the videos about this, something you see in almost every title and headline is $200,000 Lego collection stolen. Stolen $200,000 Lego collection, $200,000 Lego collection over and over. Well, about halfway through the saga, all of a sudden, you started seeing videos that said Lego collection may not be worth 200,000, and that is one of the stances that Bricks and Minifigs has taken to defend themselves. Let me read you their statement. Okay, right here is the part that bothers me and that everyone seems to just skate over like, oh, this is just normal. This is how it goes. It says the $200,000 figure that circulated in public Facebook posts by both Brian and Crystal Law Gorman as Salem, Oregon's public page in 2023 was a promotional figure used to generate excitement for a public display event, not an actual wholesale or retail or other documented market value. And no verbiage around consignment was used. Now, I would dispute no verbiage around consignment is used because the family has produced a contract. But still, the part I'm focusing on is the fact that they're saying it was never 200,000. That was a promotional figure used to generate excitement for a public display. It said both parties' own records place the realistic high-end value at approximately $95,000 or $100,000. Now, most of the takes I've seen on this is it doesn't matter because they still stole them. That is true if everything, that we've seen so far is as we've seen. That appears true, that a very large, valuable collection was stolen. But how is there any trust in a dealer whose entire market base is supposed to be based on trust for best price? How is any trust going to be maintained when they're blatantly telling you, we said this collection was double the actual expected value to generate excitement? That means to generate excitement from people who might buy it for that much. And I don't like that. I don't like when anyone does that in any kind of collecting industry. Clearly, obviously, some of these people would probably do better on eBay. Just avoid that altogether. I understand that from what I've seen in videos, part of the appeal of the Bricks and Minifigs store was camaraderie and hanging out with other collectors and stuff. But it does feel like they were deeply, deeply ripping people off based on their passion, based on their excitement about these collector items. And then there was another video I saw that is not related to the saga that feels like further confirmation that the business model here is very scammy. Now, I will have this video also linked in the description. So if you want to see the whole thing, the channel is MGS Brick, and he took a Lego collection to 4 Bricks and Minifig stores to see if he would get a fair price at any of them. Like I said, it's important to keep in mind that each Bricks and Minifig stores is an independently owned franchise with independent evaluators of the items that are brought in. So none of these are related to each other or the original one. It just seems like there is a consistent practice of undervaluing. Or maybe he just hit on 4 places that didn't know what he had. But let me show y'all what happened a little bit. Okay, he sent his friend in with this box of Legos into all these different bricks and minifig stores. But after the first one, he put a gold $1,000 chrome C3PO in the box. And most of the places told him it was fake. But look at what happened at this one.
Was the book one in there?
I think it was.
Wait, are you sure?
Was it not?
I'll go to my car with this.
Don't look in your car.
Wait, just say it there. Or wait.
That's quick.
Wait, did I put the Copeland in there?
He's going to check his car. He's completely doubting himself. Did I even put the gold one in there this time? When, that was the whole point, but he just can't believe it's not in the box when his friend came back out.
These things? That's crazy. I hope not. I hope not.
Dude, I don't think it's in here. I think they might have. Dude, they might have took it. Dude, there's no way it's not. I swear I put it in there. It's not in there.
Nah,
Dude, it's not. Dude. Oh my. Okay. Go confront them.
Here they are. For the free.
I'm with them. Was there like a gold one in there? A C3PO?
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Yeah, that one's fake, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, feel it. Is how light it is.
Okay, it's not fake. He intentionally put a real one in there for the video. Now, here's his roundup of what happened at the different stores.
Store number 1 offered us in cash 18% of the true value of our figures. Store number 2 offered 6%. Store number 3 offered 19%, and store number 4 offered 10%. Also, this video isn't meant to criticize Bricks and Minifigs as a whole. It's a franchise with a lot of great locations, and I've personally had many positive experiences, whether that's seeing rare retired Lego sets, looking through minifigures, or just talking with employees who clearly care about what they do. If you have never been, I would highly recommend checking one out if you can. Every store is different, and the experience I had in this video just represents a handful of locations.
I like that kid. He's being very, very fair after he had 4 locations not only lowball him, like lowball to the lowball, like you just showed. One offered him 6% of the value, and again, I realize this is the game. Has anyone ever watched Pawn Stars? Best I can give you is $10, kind of thing, no matter what they come in with. And it's always the same talk. It's always, well, we have overhead, we have a store, blah blah blah. The advantage of having your collection in a store like that is people go to those places specifically to look for things like that, but they go on eBay and places like that too. So Anyway, I just wanted to comment on that because as a collector, the acceptance of, well, that's just how it is. They doubled the price to generate hype among the collectors really, really annoys me. And it doesn't feel like it annoys anyone else in the sector who's talking about this. And I wonder, I might be the only one. If anyone else feels the same way, let me know. If you think I'm just totally reaching here in my feelings on this and that's just how it is, let me know that too. We'll go out with palette cleanser. Hope everyone's having a good day.